content marketing strategy? Inspire people to act and you'll go far. Now, that's been my content marketing strategy since 2003, and it's allowed me not only to drive and convert traffic, but generate millions of dollars online. And in the next several minutes, I'm going to share 2 content marketing tips that I've used to do just that. That is to inspire people to take action. My marketing strategy has never been about writing another book, blog post, or white paper. The focus is not about the next video I upload to YouTube, Vine, Instagram, or Snapchat, and it's not about getting one more review, ranking higher in Google, YouTube, or crushing the latest platform. Now, to be fair, these are all helpful and necessary. However, they are not my priority, focus, or goal. The goal is and always has been to get people to take action, because publishing content that doesn't inspire or persuade people to act is to a degree worthless. Nothing is worse than spending time, energy, and potentially money on things that do not generate results. Thus, in order to inspire people to act, I focus on 2 things. I stake my claim and amplify my message. Hey, it's Brian G. Johnson. I'm an online entrepreneur, author of the book Trust Funnel, speaker, and the world's first poodle wrangler. Now, what I did just there is actually one of the proven strategies that you too can incorporate into your content marketing to stand out in a crowded space. It's all about leveraging the power of different, and as you'll discover in the next few minutes, different is actually much more effective and powerful than trying to be the best. So watch this video in its entirety and you'll discover a number of powerful content marketing strategies that you can incorporate into your marketing to increase your results overall. Now, if you're brand new to my channel here on YouTube, Brian G. Johnson TV, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Now, I upload videos that detail the exact strategies and tactics I've used with success for years. Subscribe now. And that right there was a call to action. That is, I'm telling you what to do. And simply by doing this improves the percentage of people that take action on my content, and that helps me to gain far better results. And we'll talk about how you can not just create a call to action, but an optimized call to action that generates far better results in this video and more. So let's get started. I've got so much to share. First, let me get this right out of the way. Creating an amplified message has nothing to do with increasing the frequency and/or turning up the volume. Creating an amplified message has nothing to do with being annoying, loud, or intrusive. In fact, creating an amplified message is in many ways the exact opposite. Creating an amplified brand message begins by leveraging the power of brevity to create something that is easy for people to remember. How about the old adage that content is king? Well, content is king is no longer a relevant marketing strategy, period. End of story. It's how you publish online that matters. And success begins first and foremost with grabbing attention. And that's step number 1, because nothing happens until you grab attention. You can't build a list. You can't convert a sale, get someone to share your content, or further your cause or movement without being able to grab attention first. Now, you can grab attention with the content you publish by doing the following. Number 1, be different. It doesn't mean you have to be outlandish or crazy. It does mean that by leveraging something that is a bit unexpected and different, you'll go far and you'll be able to grab that attention. Sally Hogshead released a wonderful book several years ago, How the World Sees You. And in that book, Sally mentions that as the marketplace becomes ever more crowded, strengths matter less than differences. Strengths become the standard. And isn't that true? People expect greatness when they spend a lot of money on a product or service. If you buy a luxury car, you expect luxury. However, people don't expect different, and the world makes way for people that are different. People that are willing to go out on edge oftentimes grab that attention and then convert that attention into an action. Another thing you can do to grab attention is to be unexpected. You know, we live in a world of monotony, going to the same job day after day, week after week, the same routine, the same meals. And when somebody runs into something that's unexpected, it's such a wonderful pleasure. It's a break from that monotony, and you can provide that to people in your marketing. And what that does is it takes the advertising and marketing out of marketing, and it makes it fun and engaging. And that's what people want. People want more fun. They want more engagement. And those are the next things you can think about. You know, when people see companies or individuals that are having fun at what they're doing, they gravitate towards that. Who doesn't want more fun in their lives? And engagement. Boy, when it comes to online success, you can't have that without people engaging. So take the steps to first think through, is this content engaging? Is it fun? And lastly, if you want people to be excited about the content you publish, you need to lead. You need to be excited about what you publish. You can't expect other people to get on board and be excited about your movement, your cause, your product or service until you bring that to the table first. Now, another strategy that you can leverage is the power of great-looking images. As they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and content that is visually striking drive more people to act. YouTube channels that incorporate brand-specific channel art as well as brand-specific video thumbnails drive more views and thus gain more subscribers. That is, more people take action on their video content. And content marketers that incorporate visually pleasing images and graphics statistically do better across all the platforms, whether it's LinkedIn, Twitter, or Facebook. Images rock, and they're an easy way to improve your results. So take the time to make some that are awesome looking. Now, another way to grab attention and drive more traffic is by discovering how the trust matrix algorithm that powers the big sites like Facebook, Google, YouTube, Amazon, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn ultimately decide what content should be pushed out to the masses versus which content should not. And at the end of the day, it really boils down to humans are powering and deciding what content should go viral. And thus, our goal should be to induce button pushing. That is, to create content that induces people to click the like button, to click the share button, or to leave a comment. And when you do that, when you really think about the end user first, your results will improve. The days of algorithms and dumbed down Google robots are long gone. Step number 2 is all about taking that attention and transforming it into a memory. And this is something that very few entrepreneurs have the ability to do, and the ones at the top focus on tremendously. It's all about becoming memorable. We live in a complex, noisy, and distracted world, and we're not going to get a chance to get people to remember much about us. No company is. So we need to be really clear on what we want them to know about us. That's a quote from Steve Jobs. And if you look at the Apple brand and their advertising, it becomes clear that they strive to make it really easy for people to remember. Making it easy for people to understand what you're all about and ultimately how you can add value to their lives is absolutely mission critical. Because nobody's going to take the time to try to understand how you can help them. And you've only got a few seconds to convey that value that you can add to somebody's life. In fact, a recent Microsoft study uncovered that the average attention span of an online surfer is less than 8 seconds. That's the attention span of a goldfish. And that's how much time you have to convey the value you can add to someone's life before they move on to that next thing. So how do you convey that value in less than 8 seconds? Well, you can do the following. First, be clear. Be consistent. Be congruent. Create a harmonious brand message that ultimately makes people stop, think, and feel. And it reminds me of a quote by Maya Angelou. People won't remember what you said or what you did, but they will remember how you made them feel. And great advertising does that. It makes you feel. Think about Nike. They celebrate athletes, and that makes us feel. When we watch those commercials from Apple, think different. We believe that those people that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are actually the ones that do. That is all about sharing a creed, a value. It makes us stop and it makes us feel. And lastly, incorporate brevity, because at the end of the day, we've got less than, 8 seconds to get our point across. Value propositions are utilized by nearly all Fortune 500 companies, including Verizon, Nike, and as mentioned, Apple. Not to mention some of the most influential and successful online entrepreneurs, including Marie Forleo, Tim Schmoyer, Evan Carmichael, and this kid named Jacksepticeye. So what exactly is a value proposition? It's a short phrase, slogan, or tagline that proposes the value someone will gain by using your product, service, or by consuming your content. It's short because, again, 8 seconds. It's easy to remember. Now, often a value proposition is driven by either a benefit or a value. Let me give you a few examples. M&Ms, they melt in your mouth, not in your hand. That's a benefit. Delicious chocolate, it doesn't melt in your hand. Another one, mine, stake your claim, amplify your message, because anybody can share, but how many can amplify their content? And a value proposition is, just as I mentioned, think different. And that starts off with we believe. We believe that those that think they're crazy enough to change the world are the ones that actually do. And another one is, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. That's all about conveying the values that these companies bring to the table. Now, Marie Forleo, whose channel boasts more than 250,000 subscribers, begins every single video with the following value proposition. You're watching Marie TV, the place to be to create a business and life you love. And Tim Schmoyer has incorporated his value proposition, master YouTube, spread your message, into his YouTube channel art, into his videos, and on his website. And that's one of the great things about a value proposition. Because it's short, it can be easily incorporated into the different types of content and platforms that you publish on. Evan Carmichael has boiled his value proposition down to one single word: believe. And lastly, we have Jacksepticeye, who hasn't incorporated a single word, phrase, or tagline that conveys his value proposition into his YouTube channel, which, by the way, boasts more than 10 million subscribers. However, the videos that Jack shares are congruent, they're consistent, and he's created a harmonious experience that conveys the value that he shares through his channel on YouTube. Jack's content is different, it's unexpected, and above all, it's fun. And ultimately, that adds up to the why. Why should someone subscribe to your YouTube channel? Why should someone buy your product, service, or hire you as a coach? And why should someone share your content? A value proposition allows you to easily communicate that why quickly. Now, already at 15 minutes, I think it makes sense to cut this video into 2 parts. And in part 2 of this series, I'll share 3 additional elements that I incorporate into my content in order to amplify that content and drive people to take action. And you can check out that video right now by accessing the YouTube card. That video is Amplified Content Marketing Examples. And I'd like to know, how do you amplify your content? That is, how do you inspire people to take action? I'd love to get your comments and feedback, so leave me a comment below and let me know how you inspire action. And if you haven't already subscribed to Brian G. Johnson TV, well, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button right now. Hey, it's Brian G. Johnson reminding you that you're awesome.